Zenefits and presenting are Parker Conrad and Lux Shrimi.
Hi, we're Zenefits, and we do something incredibly boring: insurance, benefits, and HR. But we're here today because you're looking for disruptive companies, and we are going to mess stuff up for two very large industries by redefining what it is that an insurance broker does for their clients. We're an insurance broker, and insurance brokers make very generous commissions from insurance companies. But one of the interesting things about being an insurance broker is that it turns out it's illegal in all 50 states for insurance brokers to rebate any portion of their commission to their client. And so although we think that insurance brokers probably make a little bit too much money, we can't give money back to you. But what we can do is we can offer you a lot of services and software for free that you might otherwise have to pay for. And so today, we're here to announce the launch of our HR as a service platform, where we manage all of your payroll, all of your benefits, and all of the associated HR headaches that come along with those systems. And this is very important. We do that for free because we make money on the insurance dollars. So if you're an HR outsourcing company, you've got to be a little bit worried because this product that you charge an arm and a leg for, starting today, we're offering it for free. And if you're an insurance broker, we're going to drink your milkshake because we're going to do 10 times as much for your clients as what you do for them today. And they're going to switch to us in droves. Now we're going to jump into the product a little bit. If you don't have insurance or payroll or anything set up yet, we can help you get set up, and we've got a great process all online. It's probably the least painful process you could go through to get up and running. But the great thing about our service is that if you already have these systems, you don't have to switch anything or sign up again. You can just connect your existing systems to our site. So we do this with payroll, for example. You tell us your credentials, you click connect. It takes about 30 seconds for us to pull in all your information. But this is a two-way connection because we're not just pulling information in, we're also pushing information back. We'll show you later in the demo, when we set up benefits, we go back in your payroll system and set up deductions and things like that. So on the insurance side, you can do the same thing with health insurance. If you want to add your existing health insurance, all you have to do is tell us your carrier, your policy number, and then basically who you are, and you sign with your mouse at the bottom, and you're done. Basically, what we do from there is we create this letter that we send into the insurance company. Nothing changes about your plans. Nothing changes about your pricing. You don't need to get new insurance cards. They just make this back-end change in their system that makes us your broker. It allows us to act on your behalf in the system. And most importantly, and this is what's going to make us a billion-dollar company, we collect all the commission revenue going forward. It's that easy. It only takes you 20 seconds. So once you've connected all these systems, once we're into your payroll and into your insurance and other benefits and things like that, that's when the magic really happens. Because if you can connect these systems, you can start to mechanize them. You can start to replace people and paper with software and technology. And so this comes out in a lot of different ways in our system, but one of the coolest ones is hiring someone and employee onboarding. If you want to hire someone, you tell us like 5 things about them: their name, email, how much you're going to pay them, what kind of stock options you're giving them, and that's it. This is literally the least amount of work that it is possible to do to hire someone. And when you click done, we take care of everything from there. So we email the employee, we bring them to our site where they can create an account, and then we actually automatically generate their offer letter and their IP assignment agreement based on templates that you've previously provided for us. So this is not, you don't have to use our documents, you can use your own. They can sign both those documents online with their mouse, and we store the executed copies for both parties. And then we walk them through this process where we collect all of their basic information for payroll. So their basic personal details, their bank account information, their tax withholding details. We verify their immigration eligibility, all this stuff. And then we take that information, we put it directly in your payroll system. It never crosses your desk. And then we walk them through this process where they go through an online enrollment to get up and running with your health insurance plan, with your 401k, with whatever other benefits you offer. So the reason it makes sense for you to outsource this to us is because only about 20% of HR is strategic. Stuff like who you hire, what kind of company culture you create. 80% of it is administrative. It's stuff like filling out paperwork, getting a new employee into your payroll system, your health insurance, your dental insurance, your HSA, all these various different systems. And you have to do that stuff because the process is broken. If these systems work the way they should, if they all talk to each other, this stuff would be automated. And that's what we do. That's where we come in. And so because we can take all of these headaches, all of this crap work off of your plate, man, that's got to be a really great reason to switch to us. And since we can do all that for free, because we're making money on the health insurance dollars, why wouldn't you switch to us? And when you switch to us, that's going to be very disruptive to a lot of existing companies whose clients have never before today had a reason to switch. Thanks, I'm Parker, and this is Zenefits.
A great presentation. I've been asked to give this quick disclosure. David's firm, Venrock, is an investor in Zenefits, so take that as you will.
Out.
All right,
So I have
judges.
some questions, Parker. Could you talk a little bit about customer acquisition? Isn't that really the gotcha in a product like this?
I didn't catch the question, sorry.
Oh,
customer acquisition, and I missed
Yeah,
the
customer
second.
acquisition, isn't that really the gotcha in a company like this? How do you scale up and acquire customers profitably?
Yeah. Well, I think there are two things here. One is that one of the really powerful things about this company is that we can actually switch clients off of their existing insurance broker, which means that there's just a much wider array of potential customers for us. We're not looking for companies that are in this like tiny 4-week window of opportunity between like, oh crap, we need to get some health insurance, and like, man, we got that, we're never thinking about that again. So that expands the market opportunity. The thing that's worked best for us so far is direct marketing. So we send companies emails. We do it in sort of a very particular way that it looks like a personal email that actually looks like it comes from my personal email account. We get a 20% response rate on those emails. We've done direct mail marketing that's working very well as well. And it's a lot of sort of traditional blocking and tackling. There are a lot of, I think, partnership opportunities as well, but the direct marketing stuff works great for us.
So say I respond to one of those emails. What is your pitch to me? I mean, how much money are you going to save the company? What's the typical estimate you have there?
Well, so usually, if you're a typical customer, you probably already have health insurance up and running. And so the pitch is not actually that you're going to save money. It's that all of this sort of work that you have to do to manage this stuff and to deal with all of this stuff is going to go away. And so the pitch is we're going to save you time and headaches. And that's been pretty compelling for folks because we show them the system and it's like, I mean, someone was clapping back there. They were like, man, I hate generating offer letters and IP agreements. That's a lot of work. And like, for large companies, if you're a 1,000-person company, they're enterprise guys who will come in and they will connect your benefits portal to your payroll system so that if someone changes their 401k deduction at like benefits.yahoo.com, it gets updated in the payroll system. But for anyone less than 1,000 employees, that's done with shoe leather. So there's someone who comes in and has to manually connect all these systems and make all the changes. And that happens when you get a new employee, but it happens whenever someone turns 30, whenever they get married, whenever they have a kid. All of this stuff needs to be updated, and we automate that completely.
Tell me about the ecosystem, because I think that in all these kinds of companies, there are ecosystems out there like Workday, et cetera, that work for companies big and small.
Yeah.
Who are the other players in your space that you either need to interface with or are competing against?
Yeah. So Workday is for 1,000-person companies and larger. Beneath that, there really isn't very much. There are guys like TriNet or Algentis that will take this whole headache off your hands. They don't have a ton of technology, but the really important thing is they'll charge you $2,000 per employee per year to do pretty much exactly what we will do for free. And they serve this very narrow slice of the market of law firms, private equity firms, startups with lots of money. We're a service that works if you're a guy who owns 3 Domino's pizza franchises in Missouri. We're a service that works if you're a small tech company, and maybe someday we'll be a service that works if you're Yahoo.
I would like to try to get some utility from the discussion. How anybody in the audience who is either raising money or intend to raise money within the next 6 months, can you raise your hand, please? You see, so we have here quite a number of guys who are interested to raise money. How will you rate Venrock as investors?
Wait, what?
How will you rate Venrock as investors?
They've been super helpful. 10 out of 10. One of their partners basically wrote the Affordable Care Act and knows everything we need to know about how things are going to change in the next year. And for healthcare stuff, I think you could not go wrong with having them as a partner.
Thank you, Yossi. Appreciate it.
How you call it in America? Slam dunk, or what is the name? Slam dunk.
Well, to that same group of people and other entrepreneurs, how many of you would use Zenefits? You got some? Okay, okay.
How many would you?
Would find Zenefits useful, okay.
That's what I thought you were going to ask, Yossi.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you guys. That was Zenefits.